I have had a lot of people ask me to make this video, me to clarify the situation and say what happened, so here we go. So many of you may know that her boyfriend got arrested for domestic abuse and assault again, and she hit me up. We'd been talking on and off for a while now, as many of you know at this point, and I brought up the idea of me just going down and getting her. She was 100% down, so I did. I dropped everything I was doing and drove over 1,000 miles, 20+ hour round trip, because I cared about her, she wanted to be with me, I wanted to be with her, and I wanted her to be safe. Before getting there, there is actually a semi-truck accident. Awesome, right? Damages my car, destroys one of my tires. I have to pay a lot of money to get it replaced. Not a big deal, whatever, I'm alive. I get down there, I'm tired, I nap with what I can, help her pack up all of her stuff into my car, start driving back. I am very tired, so we end up getting a hotel. Ultimately, I have to call off work twice now due to the hotel situation. Still tired again because, like I said, I just hadn't been sleeping well. I hadn't slept much with her because I had to help her pack. I had to help her do a lot of things, and driving a very long time can take a lot out of you. So we're in another state at this point. We enjoy each other a little bit. I obviously kick my feet up and relax in the hotel. She does too. She orders some things, whatever. We stop and talk about what we want to do, what sort of life she wants to have. She decides that yes, she wants to do content and make money from that. And hey, I can bring a lot of attention to somebody. And a lot of people want to see me make content as well. You people can say whatever you want. At the end of the day, I'm still an attractive man and I still have a lot of people interested in me. So over the course of the next, and hey, I can bring a lot of attention to somebody. And a lot of people want to see me make content as well. You people can say whatever you want. At the end of the day, I'm still an attractive man and I still have a lot of people interested in me. So over the course of the next couple of days with Khalie, I record some photos and videos of her. Every single thing I have ever posted, and she knew I was recording her. Every single photo and every single video I have ever posted of her, I have shown her and asked, hey, do you like the way you look in this? And are you okay if I post it? I managed to get some sleep, and I wake up and I notice Khalie is not in the hotel. And, you know, this is a little upsetting because I told Khalie word for word that a lot of people told me that she disappears randomly and will just run away and just run off. And I told her I want her to be there when I wake up. And instead, what I wake up to is her gone and text messages saying that she Ubered off to a tattoo parlor, couldn't pay for the tattoos, and need me to come pay for them. Yeah, obviously, that's pretty annoying. But I do it because, one, what am I supposed to do? And two, obviously, I still care about her. But that's not really something good to be doing. And everyone knows that. And I'd like to think that deep down she knows that too. We keep driving back home. We get back to my place. We unload all of her stuff. Twinkle's there. We, slowly try introducing her to my cats, but Twinkle hasn't really socialized with other cats very much because obviously she's just been moving with Khalie, which not exactly the best for a cat. You want cats to be social with others. So I have to introduce them very slowly. We record some more content. Obviously, Khalie has been trying to threaten me with lawsuits, things like that, so I have to watch what I say. I can only say so much. Obviously, Khalie has been trying to threaten me with lawsuits, things like that, so I have to watch what I say. I can only say so much. And I'm sorry for that. I would love to give all the details, but unfortunately I just can't. The thing is, that night when I went to sleep, Khalie had been upset. She had been on live. People were saying some very nasty things to her. Khalie had been on the phone with her brother, who, I'll be completely honest, I'm not a big fan of her brother. I have a different view of him now. They wanted her to go back for the Christmas holiday. Keep in mind that this is the girl who, when she was assaulted in a disgusting way that I won't even describe, when she was only 12 years old, by somebody in that family. I'll just go ahead and say Miranda, her mother's, her lover at the time, did some disgusting things to a 12-year-old girl, and I'll just leave it up to imagination what he did. And I'm going to let you know right now, kids don't lie about that type of thing, and if anyone wants to try to accuse her of lying when she was only 12 and is 100% a dead ringer for that type of abuse, you're a disgusting human being, and please never speak to me. And that's coming from me, by the way. If I think you're disgusting, you've probably really fallen off. To be completely honest with you, I have a pretty strong dislike of everyone in her family at this point, because they see this young girl going through a domestic abuse situation, and do they help out? Do they try to keep, the boyfriend of the young girl away from her, while she wasn't even really the correct age to be with somebody like that? If you know, you know. For some reason, Miranda, her mother, approved it, which, not really surprising. It's not the first time that Miranda would let a young Khalie. For some reason, Miranda, her mother, approved it, which, not really surprising. It's not the first time that Miranda would let a young Khalie get hurt under her watch. But every single one of them sees her in this situation, and Khalie's been online for a while. Let's be honest. We've all seen the condition she was in when she was growing up. But do any of them actually step in when she's actively being assaulted? And I just want to say flat out, yes, 100% Preston abuses Khalie. It's been documented. We have seen videos of it. We have had things leaked of it. We have had witnesses come forward. He has been arrested numerous times. It 100% happens. And Miranda, instead of saying, should I get my daughter away from that? Nah. Her brother thinking, should I step in and protect somebody in my family? Nah. What these people do, what they did is they literally sat around on Reddit and Discord just talking bad about her while she was in this predicament. I don't know why. I don't know why anyone would look at their own daughter and approve of them being in an abusive relationship like that. I don't know why anyone wouldn't step in, other than the fact that Khalie's family is just actual human garbage. And that's one of the reasons I've cut Khalie so much slack with so many things, is because I know it's learned behavior. But genuinely, shame on Miranda, and shame on really everyone in that family. Her biological father, instead of stepping in as well, being, a man, at least he's supposed to be a man, instead just sits around on Facebook and makes jokes about it, makes jokes about the whole situation, because that's what it is. It's something to laugh at to him. His daughter being hurt is something to laugh about to him. His daughter being hurt is something to laugh about to him. To anyone who's ever going to be the mother of a child, by the way, please don't sit around in Discord groups and make fun of your daughter and talk bad about her on Reddit and try to get internet thumbs-upsy points, especially when you directly led your daughter to being hurt and just disgusting ways that I'm not, again, even allowed to describe on TikTok, and then decided to make fun of her for being in a domestic abuse situation, and then approve of the domestic abuser. That's pretty bad. So her brother, by the way, just refused to drive back up here and get her if anything happened, which of course something would happen. Preston also refused to drive up here and get her, despite having access to Khalie's money still and no job and all the time in the world that he could possibly want. I told Khalie flat out, if she wants to go back to Tennessee, I will gladly drive her there. So I go to sleep, I wake back up, Khalie's gone again, and my ex-girlfriend is conversating with me. She's texting me, asking me to call her. She calls me and tells me that Khalie has actually gone to the police about me. I have no idea what, but I only assume the worst because she has a history of going to the police with abuse, and God forbid, even though, I would never do that to anyone, whatever happens is going to happen. And, as a guy, especially as a big guy, if cops come for abuse, they're taking someone, and it's sure as hell not going to be the woman. I have to pick up some antifreeze for my car, pick up a blue book for her anyways, just a little surprise to say that, hey, I'm not mad at you. I text her saying, hey, I'm not upset, just let me know what's going on, and, I'll come pick you up wherever you are. Get back, and when I pull into my driveway, like eight cops immediately corner me, and yeah, they were not taking any chances. I am handcuffed, placed in the back of a car. They have a search warrant for my place. They go through, they take my phone, whatever. Ultimately, I'm not arrested at the time. The cops tell me that they would like to speak to me at the station. They offer me a ride there and back. And I know never talk to cops. Everyone will say never talk to cops or whatever. I don't care. I talk to the cops. So what? If anything happened, it's best to just get it out of the way. Say what happened, say what you did, and just deal with it. So I do that. I talk to the police. At the time, all I knew was, of course, what we did together. I don't know what she told the cops. I get a story told to me from some people that say that Khalie was not okay with me posting any of the content, which wouldn't surprise me. It turns out, however, that she has said more than that, and I find out at a later time. So anyways, I give the police my phone and give the police all the information, get into my phone, give the police, everything they need to know, everything they need to do. I go back and I get a burner phone. I tell Khalie flat out, I'm not mad at you even after everything, even after all of this. I will still gladly drive you back to Tennessee if that's what you want to do. Because I cared about her and I wanted her to be well. Does not take me up on that, and instead decides to get a Greyhound and abandon Twinkle with somebody else so that she can be rehomed, even though had she driven with me, she would have kept Twinkle, kept all of her things, and would have been dropped off wherever she wanted. Ultimately, she goes back down there, and I find out that what she had told the police was even more than what I was told. She had apparently told that what she had told the police was even more than what I was told. She had apparently told them I have content on my phone, and that she had seen this content involving something that, let's just say, has the same initials as Cyberpunk. C and then the other one, yeah. Which I want to say flat out, absolutely disgusting. I never have been interested in that, never will be interested in that, and never was interested in that. The police don't find anything like that on my device, because there's nothing like that on there, and I have no idea why she would ever say something so heinous. But ultimately, she leaves me no choice now. For my own safety and well-being, having someone do and say something like that when they're trying to honestly just get free things out of the police officers for free resources for a motel room, it's disgusting. And you know, I understand Khalie hasn't had the easiest life. Khalie may do things that are wrong that make sense to her that don't make sense to us, and I can understand that to an extent, but I I cannot put myself in danger in that way with somebody who's going to be trying to ruin my life with actions like that. And yes, things like that can 100% ruin somebody's life. Phone is actually a work phone that I'm supposed to have on my person at all times. Um, and of course, when they find out why it was taken from me, they're not exactly too happy, even though it wasn't true, and even though the phone was returned to me. In the situation, they decided to place me on leave, and yeah, it is what it is. I'm not happy about it, but all I can do is try to move forward. I lost my job. I lost my place. I'm living out of my car now. How awesome, right? But whatever, you know, it could be worse. I have to look on the bright side. I can say that I'm still able to find employment. I'm still able to have money. I'm still able to get back on my feet. And there are people who have it worse than me who can't do that. So even though I'm in a dark place right now and not a good situation, I just have to try to keep moving forward. Those of you curious about my cats, I was able to find someone who would take them in while I'm struggling, and they are wonderful people. And I'm not going to say who they are because people will harass them and send them nasty messages and threaten them. And if you think people wouldn't do that, yes, they would. So yeah, that's the situation. I ended up pretty burned. I took a huge risk on her, and she ended up proving literally every single person and every single naysayer about her right. And I wish things wouldn't have gone the way that they did. I wish she would have just talked to me. I wish that if she wanted to go back, then I could have just taken her back and she would still have Twinkle and all of her things. I wish that she would have just stayed with me and just worked and made things better. Yes, I know things were messy. I had left for 5 days. Obviously, I apologize to anyone. My cats do not live in bad conditions. Anyways, guys, that's the situation. That's what happened with me and Khalie the Flower Girl. Obviously not a happy ending for me, not a happy ending for her. Surely enough, she probably romanticized the idea of going back to Tennessee, romanticized the idea of either staying with her mother or Preston, whatever, what have you. Obviously, it ended up not being like she thought it would, because not even a week later, she was posting things like, please somebody help me get me out of here, because she was unhappy with where she was, and I would have told her that's exactly what would have happened. But I can't help her anymore. I am not in any position to help her, and even if I was, I couldn't help her because she would just put me right back here into this. Khalie has also leaked my address, well, at least the former address. She put out information about my car and just a whole lot of nasty things, and I was getting threats from a lot of nasty people. So yes, after taking Khalie in, she doxed me basically. And it's really upsetting because I cared about Khalie a lot, and people can say whatever they want, but this is somebody that I really wanted to help and somebody that I really wanted to see do well. And in return,